Hey, hi, welcome to the PingFederate Training. In today's section, we will be talking about the fourth level of basics, and we will be starting up with the topic SAML, where SAML is nothing but an security assertion markup language. So basically, it is a protocol that lets an IDP to transmit a user credential to SP for authenticating and authorization, where its primary roles in online security is that it enables you to access multiple web applications using the one set of logging credentials like SSO. So basically the thing is that the SAML is in the format of XML. So basically it is used for the purpose of enterprise level. So when it comes to the token for this particular SAML, it is nothing but an SAML assertion. Okay. Basically it is designed for especially for authentication and authorization. Over here we have two different flows for SAML. Okay, one is IDP initiated SSO and SP initiated SSO. So the first thing is that IDP initiated SSO. So basically the IDP initiated SSO is all about basically the login request starts in an IDP provider. The IDP provider in the sense PingFederate. So let's please watch this diagram. As a user, when it tries to log in into the particular identity provider called PingFederate, I mean the PingFederate server. Okay, so he or she is requested to enter the login credentials. Okay, so the IDP provider, what it will be doing means at the back end, it will be checking in the database, or we can call it as an active directory, where the particular user is available or not in that particular active directory. So if the user is available and it is valid, then it gets authenticated, and this particular IDP will be sending an assertion to the SP that this particular is user is available. So what exactly the service provider will be doing means it will be providing an access to the particular user based on the is permissions. Okay, so the thing is that the all about this IDP initiated flow is that the user will directly tries to log in into the PingFederate. From PingFederate, he or she accounts get validated, and that then it will be sending an assertion to the service provider. Then the section will be created between the browser and the service provider. Okay, and we will be talking about the next topic, SP initiated SSO. So the thing is that the SP initiated SSO, basically the thing is that the user, instead of directly trying to logging into the PingFederate, the user will be trying to access the to the SP side. SP in the sense over here, SP is nothing but an Salesforce. Actually, we will be using the Salesforce application as an SP. Why? Because for that we are going to implement the SSO using the PingFederate, right? So the user directly tries to log in into the particular Salesforce application. Then from there, what will happen means the SP can't do the authentication. Basically, SP can only do authorization. So what it will be doing means it will be redirecting the particular request to the IDP, means to the PingFederate. So the PingFederate, what exactly it will be doing means it will be doing the authenticated, and later on it will send the response to the SP that this particular user is valid in my directory, so you can provide the access to him. That's it. So if you see this diagram over here, this is the IDP initiated flow actually. So from the browser, okay, the browser might be anything. Okay, a user trying to access through browser to particular ping identity, sorry, the ping federate, that is nothing but an identity provider. Okay, so whenever it tries to logging into the particular ping federate, his data is checked at the backend in the store. User store in the sense Active Directory or database. If it is valid, then it will send a SAML response to the SP. The thing is that the IDP is not going to send directly a SAML accession to the service provider. Basically, it has to send the particular SAML response or SAML accession through that particular browser to the SP. Okay. Then the SP will be checking up at the backend and providing the access. Then the browser and the SP provider will be creating an section between both of them, the browser and the service provider. Okay. When it comes to the s- SP initiated flow, over here the flow is different basically. The what happens means, if you look over here, the user through browser first he will tries to log in into the service provider. Then the thing is that service provider can't do any authentication. Then it will be redirecting or post the authentication request to the IDP. Then IDP will verify the particular identity user information in the particular directory, and it will be sending the SAML response to the SP provider through the browser, and the service provider will be creating the session between the service provider and the browser. Okay. And let's move to the next topic, OAuth. And one more thing is that in the project I will be discussing this SAML protocol only. Over that I will be showing you clearly exactly how it's working. Okay. And now we will be discussing about the OAuth. OAuth is nothing but an open authorization. Actually, it is a framework for the API authorization. The thing is that basically it is designed only for the authorization purpose. Okay. It is used for token based authorization, and that is highly popular. Actually, this OAuth is very popular protocol. Over here, there are four different components. One is client and resource owner, authorization server, and resource server. So the thing is that over here, this authorization server and the resource server is third party. Okay. Let's take the example. Let's take the example like LinkedIn and a Google account. Okay. So a client means a resource owner is nothing but a user. If I am the user, I wants to log in into the particular LinkedIn account, but I don't have the LinkedIn profile or already have created it. Okay. So the thing is that instead of providing the LinkedIn user ID and password, what I'm trying to do means I will be providing my Google account. The Google account over here act as a third party. The authorization server and the resource server are the nothing but a third party. So the thing is that this authorization server, the role is that it will be generating the tokens. Okay, the token might be the access token or refresh token or both. Where resource server, what it will be doing means it will be providing the access to the particular client once it gets that particular token. So the thing is that as of now, just assume that the client is LinkedIn and the authorization server and the resource server is a Google or my Google account. Okay. And the resource owner is me or you. Okay. So the thing is that as a user, I want to log in into or I want to create an account into the LinkedIn, but a client instead of LinkedIn account credentials, I want to use my Google account. Okay. So through Google account, I want to log in into that particular LinkedIn. Basically, the thing is that there will be a setup between the client and the particular authorization server or resource server. I mean, between the LinkedIn and the Google. So basically, there will be a client registration between them. Okay, once that registration is successfully done, then they can do this kind of configuration, and they can do this kind of third party application. I mean, behalf of the user, a third party application can log in into the particular LinkedIn account. I mean, Google account can log in into the particular LinkedIn account. Okay, so basically the flow how it goes means, as once the client registration is done between the LinkedIn and the Google, the thing is that the basically how the flows it will be going up means, the once whenever the user opens any browser, let's take the browser LinkedIn. So basically when he enters into the particular LinkedIn account, he or she can log in through Google, right? So he will be clicking up over there that I wants to log in through Google. So what exactly that thing will be happening means, on that time that particular browser, the browser will be asking that, okay, you have chosen the Google for the behalf of your user credentials, right? So please enter your Google information over here. Okay, so the user will be entering the Google information. So once the Google information over here it is successfully provided, then you can able to access into the LinkedIn. Okay, this is the exactly flow actually it happens. So this is the flows actually, the authorization request sent to the particular resource server, and the basically the thing is that the client will be asking that user request. The user has to grant that request. Okay, you can proceed. So the client, the LinkedIn, it will be asking the authorization server for the permission or for token. So basically this authorization server is nothing but the Google, right? So it will be generating the token and it will be providing to the LinkedIn. And the LinkedIn, what it will be doing means, using that particular token, it will be requesting to the resource server that please send me the protected information which I want. So resource server will be sending the information to that LinkedIn. So let's take the simple example, this thing. Okay. So the hotel can revoke your access at any time, just as authorization server can revoke access at any time. So in hotel, whenever we take or whenever we wants to go out from the hotel, I mean, we just want to leave from the hotel, it's enough for us. On that time, we can revoke the access, right? And next example, like your key card doesn't have your identity or credential on it, just as an access token granted by the authorization server doesn't require user information to be included. Yes, the key card will don't have any information about the user, just it will be acting as a key, like a token. Okay, with the token we can get in. Okay, and next example, like you can use your key card to access multiple hotel resources. In a similar way, access token lets you access specified resources and denies access to the others. Okay, the thing is that in a simple way, let me take the example. Basically, let's take the example mall. Okay, we want to go to mall. In that mall, we want to shop something, dresses or anything. Basically in the mall we can see we can see the shopping malls, food courts and theater, right? So over there we can go and get into any shopping, whether if we want or not, we can decide whether to buy the clothes or food or not, it's our wish. But to watch that particular movie, basically we should have a ticket, right? The ticket is nothing but a token. So even though if we get into the mall, still if you want to get into the particular theater, we should buy a ticket. Okay, the theater over there, the receptionist person, he or she will be providing the ticket to us. So the receptionist over there is nothing but an authorization server. Okay, and And next example, your key card will expire when you check out of the hotel. Your authorization access token will also expire. So basically, the thing is that uh, even though if you get the token, this access token or refresh token, basically the thing is that this token might get expired anytime. Example, this movie ticket. Basically, this movie ticket is valid for only for that particular duration of the time. Means the movie duration will be 2 to 3 hours, right? After that 2 to 3 hours is crossed, we can't use that same ticket and go and watch the movie again, right? It's not possible. In the same way, this access token will don't have a lifetime validity. It will get expired at any time. Okay. If suppose if you want to get the one more access token, we need to generate it again. If suppose in the movie ticket example, if you want to watch the movie again we need to purchase, right? In the same way for the access token also. And let's move to the next protocol, OIDC. The OIDC is nothing but an Open ID Connect. Basically, it is an authentication protocol that works top on the OAuth protocol, basically, where OAuth is all about the authorization, right? When OIDC is designed for both authentication and authorization purpose, basically. Basically, this authorization, OAuth authorization and OIDC format is same using the JSON format only. When it comes to SAML, it is XML. So basically, in OAuth now, what the thing is that the token is in the format of access token and the refresh token. When it comes to OIDC, it's especially in the format of ID token or JOT token. Okay. The thing is that the thing is that this OIDC is is especially for the SSO for consumer application. Okay, where OIDC allows individuals to use single sign-on to access relay party sites using the OpenID providers, such as email providers or social networks to authenticate their identities. It provides the application or services with the information about the user. Okay, the information about the user in the sense, in the previous topic, we have discussed that in the one of the example, your key card doesn't have your identity or credential on it, just as an access token granted by the authorization server doesn't require your user information to be included. So to fulfill this particular need, the OIDC plays a role that it will be providing a user information also. Okay, in some situations the user information is also very important. Okay, the thing is that example, in the movie theater itself, the thing is that for some movies there is no age limit. Anyone can buy the ticket and go. So okay, there is no need of any age limit. But when it comes to some particular movies, there should be some age limit, right? Okay, for that we need to provide our the user information, where I need to provide my age to the particular movie theater, that my age is this much, so I can watch this particular movie. So what the thing is that OIDC is sharing the information, means it's sharing the user information. Okay, it's nothing but a profile information. Okay, so basically the thing is that it is also, it allows the third party application to verify the identity of the end user and to obtain the basic user information. Okay, so this is the one of the basic flow diagram. Okay, basically the OIDC is similar to the OAuth, where users give one application permission to access the data in the another application without providing the username and password. Instead, using the tokens used to complete both authentication and authorization process. Okay. So the main thing is that let me talk about the differences between the SAML, OAuth, and OIDC. So the basically the thing is that the SAML is nothing but then it is designed for authentication and authorization purpose. When it comes to the OAuth, it is specially designed for authorization purpose. When it comes to the OIDC, it is specially designed for authentication and authorization purpose, where SAML and OIDC can be used for the SSO. Okay. So over here we can see some of the things is that SAML is known for its flexibility, but most developers find OIDC easier to use because it is less complex. Okay. The thing is that OIDC is the advanced protocol than the SAML. So that's the reason it is easy to use also. But the thing is that both the protocols are very important based on its requirement. Okay. The SAML is used to access browser-based application and does not support SSO for mobile devices or provide the API access. But when it comes to the OAuth, it can provide the API access. And when it comes to IDC, it can provide the both API access and mobile native application and browser based application. See over here, we can see that OIDC can provide the API permissions, mobile native application, and browser based. Means the OIDC is like an advanced protocol where it's supposed uh, means it will it's providing the both advanced features like this. Means it's providing the SAML protocol feature and the OAuth protocol feature in the OIDC. See, see, I'm reading again. SAML is used to access the browser-based application, but does not support for the mobile devices. But here OIDC provides API and mobile native application and browser-based application, right? When it comes to OAuth, OAuth can provide only the API access, but OIDC can provide API access and at the same time mobile native application and browser-based applications. And when it comes to the OIDC, is all about who someone is. OAuth is all about what they are allowed to do. So the thing is that, as I mentioned, the simple example about the movie theater, it's asking who you are. Means it's telling that what's your identity, what's your age, means your user profile information. Okay. So the thing is SAML uses the token written in XML and OIDC and OAuth uses the JOT token. Okay, that is in the form of JSON format. Okay. So and the thing is that uh, in the overallly I can simply say that the SAML is for the enterprise application. Okay, when it comes to IDC for consumer application. Okay, and when it comes to OAuth, it is an API authorization purpose. Okay, SAML provides the SAML assertion token. That is also a token. Okay, where a token in the sense IDP is sending the SAML assertion to the SP. That is also a kind of a token. And OAuth, it's sending the access token and refresh token, where access token and refresh token both are the token which are generated by the authorization server, where this token is nothing but an access token is all about an it's providing the limited access to the particular application. Okay, and refresh token is nothing but an it will give some extra lifetime, and with that particular refresh token the she means and the user can get the new token also again. Okay, new access token. That's the thing. When it comes to for the OIDC, in that the token is ID token, or we can say as a JOT token. That's all, guys. That's all for the today. And these are the basics are very important to understand the upcoming session. In the next section, I will be showing you the overview of the PingFederate. Means I just want to show you the how exactly the PingFederate looks like. Once that section is successfully done, later on we will be discussing about the project. Okay. And I hope you guys are clear with these topics. And please make sure to watch these videos again. Thank you so much. And let's meet in the upcoming sections. Thank you. Bye bye.